hope you're okay. So this workout has been written for your bulging disc. We're going to be doing some stretches to start with and just to work into that back, and then we've got a little hit session, and then we've got the foam roll and the stretch at the end as well. So I'm just going to do one big video, and then if you want to do a bit of foam rolling and stretching without doing this, you can just skip to the end part. So the first bit, so the whole workout is just to work towards the bulge. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna work towards the bulge. If your bulge is slightly to the side as well, again, we're gonna work towards the bulge. We're not gonna work in the directions that put extra pressure on that bulging disc, like coming forward or coming to the side, which will create the bulge to maybe become more problematic, which we don't want to do. We want to kind of put pressure to ease that bulge back into your spine, which is just lovely, isn't it? So first up, I just want to talk about neutral spine position before we do anything. So before we do any workout, we've really just got to think about rolling those shoulders back, putting that belly button into the spine. I want you to find a nice balance in between these movements to sit your hips. So a lot of women with bulging discs have either pelvic tilt to the front or pelvic tilt to the back, and we want to just try and rebalance that position and get the hips into a nice neutral position. So find a way which might feel a little bit uncomfortable, and just sit your hips in midway between those movements. Again, as well, we don't want to be pushing too forward with those hips because of that bulging disc, so just nice and slowly move your pelvis backwards and forwards to find that nice hip position. Your feet are always in line with your hips, unless we're doing a squat and stuff like that, and lunges, but we're not doing that today. We've got a mountain climber, but that's it. Okay, so I want you to just get that neutral spine position now, so roll the shoulders back and down, the chest up, draw that belly button into the spine, find that neutral position with the hips, and your feet are under your hips as well. So just have a feel of how that feels like, and just make sure that you're getting into that for every exercise that we do, even when we're on the floor, which we're going to do now. So we're going to start with a warm-up. We're going to do a half cobra, so coming nice and safely to the floor. We're going to just lift our chest up and gently come down. So again, we're working that bulge back into the spine. On a pain level, you want to be around a 7. And again, with a bulging disc, you will feel some degree of pain, and you just kind of have to work through it, because working through the pain is going to make it better. Okay, either stick with this, and also if you're finding this a little bit uncomfortable, you can place a pillow under your tummy as well, and that just kind of relieves the pressure a bit. And even if you just sit there, I don't know how much your bulging disc is hurting you, so even if just sitting in this position is painful, just lie down with the pillow underneath you and work your way up towards getting to this movement. Next up, we want to just come a little bit higher. I want to keep those hips on the floor and come down. Movement is nice and slow. And down. Again, if this is a bit too much, then stick with the first half. Remember to breathe. Last one. And relax. Okay, so coming onto all fours, we're going to do a modified cat-cow, where we just bring the belly button towards the floor and then come back to a nice flat back with that pelvis tucked under. We don't want to come up into that cat position, because that's going to bulge your disc even more. We want to work into the bulge. You're going to get so fed up of me saying this. So So you can see me really work, push that spine into the floor. Slowly bring your hips to neutral position. Again, this might feel a little bit foreign if your core stability is a little bit off. Also, I've adapted these exercises as well for your diastasis recti as well, so it's all going to help with that too. And let's do one more of these. Okay, and then the next one we're going to do is a knee hug. So come to your back, nice and gentle. Let's pull that knee into the chest for 5 to 10 seconds and then swap. Let's do the other leg. It's going to help with any tension in your hips and your lower back. Alternate the legs. And start to do it a little bit quicker. Make sure that back is nice and flat on the floor as well. There shouldn't be any gap between your back and the floor. Okay, next up we're going to do a piriformis stretch. So this muscle as well can be could potentially be quite painful if you're getting sciatic nerve pain as well down the leg. So it's really good to stretch this muscle out as well. So bring your foot to your knee, bend the other leg and pulling on the leg which is free. You want to pull that foot into the body and it creates a really good stretch along this part of your bum and your hamstrings. Relax the shoulders and breathe through the stretch. Release, we can do the other side. Oh, mine are tight. We're going to repeat this one again on the other side as well, so we're going to do it twice round. Release, let's do the other leg again. Breathe through the stretch. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Swap legs. And next up we've got hip flexor stretch. And then we'll get into a bit more of movement and then we'll do our hip session. Release. So come up. Let's come to this position here. Roll the shoulders back and down. Hands are under your shoulders. You bring one leg out to the side and your hands are inside the leg. Make sure that that back is nice and straight and chest is up and your head is in line with the spine. Feel that stretch. You can give it a bit of wiggle as well. And again, if you feel like you're up for it, absolutely no worries. If not, we can bend towards that foot. Place the arm on the other knee and push that hip into the floor. If this hurts your back too much, just stay with that hip flexor stretch. And also if you've got a bulging disc to the side, don't do this on the side that it bulges out, do it on the side that it bulges against it. So we're pushing that bulge back into the spine. Release, really nice and slowly. Let's do the other leg. Keep the shoulders relaxed, bring the leg forward. Chest is up, head is in line with spine. Breathe through that stretch. And again, if you feel up to it, absolutely no worries, just stay here. If not, really gently, let's stretch into that tensor fascia latae, which runs here and down that IT band. Really slowly, let's release. Coming up, let's actually do a quad stretch here as well. No, we do it standing up. So find a support. We're going to stretch through the quads. Bring your bum, your heel to your bum, knees together, chest up, roll the shoulders back and down. Shake out that leg. Let's do the other side. Shake out the leg, roll the shoulders. And the other way. Roll the shoulders. And the other way. I want you to really gently reach up. And the other side. Keep that hand in line with the body as it comes up. So we're not laterally moving to the side. Just stretching through that core. Again, we're going to bring both arms up and we're going to extend the back a little bit and come up. And again. And again. And relax. Make sure that you've got a nice soft knee. Feel those movements. Okay, we're going to do some marching just to get that blood flowing around the body. And then I'll just talk through the exercises that we're going to be doing, and then we'll do the HIIT session. So carry on marching while I talk through. So first up, we've got mountain climbers. I want you to either do this on a raised platform, so either a step like this, or you can do it on a sofa or a table, whatever's a nice stable unit, basically. So rolling the shoulders back and down. We also are elevating the mountain climbers because of your diastasis recti, and we don't want to put too much pressure on that lower back either. So making sure you're always keeping that core nice and engaged. So pull that belly button into the spine. We're going to run the legs, but nice and slowly. If you feel like you want to go crazy and do this, but just be mindful of that back and really pull that tummy in and avoid rounding the back at the top. Next up, we've got back extensions. So it's kind of similar to the cobra. Our arms are in front of us and we're coming up. So we just literally want to be moving the shoulders off the floor with the arms in front of you. If the arms in front of you too much, simply up and down like so. Then we've got bird dog. So opposite hand to knee, coming out on all fours, stretching out right in front of you. And we change arm and leg each time. With this again, we want to really make sure that that back is nice and flat and that there's not too much arching. We want it to be supported. Then after that, we have got reverse leg raise. So coming back to your front, you can place your hands under your head and we're going to bring one leg up behind us, place it down, and the other leg. This is great for reducing any hip tension and working through the glutes and the lower back as well. Then we have got heel taps, so slowly coming up. Legs come down to tabletop. With this one, it's really important to make sure that we're not arching through the back. There shouldn't be any gap between the back and the floor. We're going to simply tap our heels to the floor. And if this is okay, and if this doesn't feel like it's working too much, we can extend that leg out in front of us instead, but it's completely up to you and how you feel with your core. So just keep with the lower progression, the first progression first, and then move on to this when you feel like you're ready. Then we have got Supermans. So coming back onto the front again, we're going to put that back extension and reverse leg raise into one movement. So we're coming up, the legs and the arms and chest come off the floor. Then next up, we've got glute bridge. With this one, we want to think about coming up in 3 stages. So shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Then we're coming up, 1, 2, 3. Squeeze at the top, coming down in 3. 1, 2, 3. Really nice and controlled. Keep those legs nice and steady. Avoid the wobble at the top, and your knees need to be in line with your hips. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and down. Really control that down. Don't slap your back on the floor like I just did. And then that's the HIIT session. So I'm going to give us 20 seconds rest between rounds, and also 5 seconds rest between each exercise to get into the position for the exercises, so we're not like trying to rush around to get in place. Mountains climbers to start with, grab yourself a drink. We've got 18 minutes and 25 seconds of work. Let's go. We'll start in 10 seconds. So mountain climbers to start, get that sofa ready or frame ready, whatever you're using. 3, 2, 1. Keep that back supported and run those legs in. Shoulders away from the ears and your head is in line with the spine. So don't get your head here, bring that bad boy up. Keep going. We've got 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come to the floor, we've got back extensions. Let's go. So the arms are out in front of us. The shoulders come off the floor. Breathe in as you come down, out as you come up. Nice and controlled movement. We've got 10 seconds. And then we've got that bird dog. 3, 2, 1, bird dog. I don't think I told you we've got 5 rounds of this, by the way. Take it at your own pace. If you can only manage 3, do 3 and work your way up to 5. Roll the shoulders back and down. With this one as well, if you do feel like you're not being worked, you can add a bit of resistance by using dumbbells, a 1 or a 2 to start with, and picking them up and coming forward. Right, reverse leg raise, come to the floor, hands under head, let's go. Squeeze that glute at the top, hold it there for a couple of seconds and drop. Again, if you wanted to add a bit of resistance to this, I'll show you. We've got 10 seconds left. Put a band around your heels and do the same. Next up, heel taps. Let's go. So keeping that back nice and flat on the floor, tapping the heel to the floor, engage that core by pulling that belly button into the spine. Again, if this is okay for you and you feel like you want to progress, let's bring that leg out to an extension. We've got 5 seconds. And we're coming down to Superman's. Let's go. So the legs and the hands and chest come up. Nice smooth movement. We don't want it to be jolty. Oh. 10 seconds. Keep going. 5, 3, 2, 1. We've got the bridge. Haven't done enough. 7 exercises. Sorry, carry on with the bridge. Oh, that's annoying. Keep going with the bridge. We've got about 10 seconds left. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And release. Sorry about that. Didn't put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What an idiot. Right, we've got 20 seconds rest, and then we'll go down for round 4. Mountain climbers. Coming up in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Run those legs in. Nice and controlled movement. We want to stabilise those hips. We're keeping them supported by the core. Keep going. We've got 15 seconds here. And then we've got back extensions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back extensions. Come to the floor nice and safely. Let's go. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Remember to breathe. Keep going. We've got 10 seconds. Next up, we've got bird dog. 3, 2, 1. Coming up nice and safely, all fours. Let's go. Keep those shoulders relaxed, away from the ears. Hands under shoulders, knees under wrists. Nice and slow movement. We've got 10 seconds. Keep going. You're doing really well. 5 seconds. Keep that head in line with the spine. 3, 2, 1. Reverse leg raise. Coming to the floor. Let's go. Again, use that band if you need to. Get a little bit of extra resistance. We've got 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Heel taps. Coming up nice and safely. Let's go. I'm going to do leg lowers. 20 seconds, keep going. 10 seconds, come on. Superman's coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Superman's. Let's go. Oh, God, this is hard. Oh, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bridge. Last exercise, and we've got a little break. Let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Really squeeze those glutes at the top. 5 seconds here, and we've earned our break. 3, 2, 1, rest. 20 seconds here, 3 more rounds to go. Grab yourself some water. Mountain climbers coming up. 5 seconds. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, ladies. Head in line with spine. Run those legs in. Keep that core engaged. Come on, keep going. You're doing really well. 10 seconds. Oh, back extensions coming up in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back extensions. Let's go. Nice and slow movements if you need to, but fasten it up to increase intensity if you want to. 10 seconds. Relax the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Bird dog, coming up nice and slowly. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Let's go, keep that back nice and supported. Remember as well, if you feel any real pain, then please stop. You should just feel a little bit of discomfort, and we need to work through that. Keep going. Pain doesn't mean that something's always bad. It's just a reaction of our body. 5 seconds. Reverse leg raise. Let's go. Yeah, it's just a natural response to something that might be imbalanced as well. Relax those shoulders. Remember to breathe. We've got 5 seconds here. And then we've got heel taps. 3, 2, 1. Heel taps coming up nice and safely. Let's go. Heel taps or leg lowers, whatever you prefer. Keep that core engaged, making sure that there's no gap between the back and the floor. Keep pushing through. Come on, 10 seconds. Supermans are coming up. 3, 2, 1. Coming up nice and safely. Let's go. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Remember, we don't want to overextend. Come into a comfortable range. 3, 2, 1. Supermans. Bridge, sorry. Bridge. I got confused, sorry. Remember to come up in 1, 2, 3, but the movement is nice and smooth still. To avoid any jolting. 5 seconds. Really squeeze at the top. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Mountain climbers are up next. You're doing really well. Let's push through it. Let's get to the end. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Keep that head in line with spine. Run those legs in. Pull that belly button into your spine. We're halfway there. Keep pushing through, come on. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back extensions. Let's go. Relax the shoulders. The head stays in line with the spine. Oh, keep going. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Bird dog, coming up nice and safely. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All movements are nice and controlled. Pull that belly button into the spine. 10 seconds. Keep that back nice and flat and supported. Reverse leg raise. Let's go. Try to avoid the hips coming off the floor. The movement comes from the glutes. We've got 5 seconds. Heel taps coming up in 3, 2, 1. Heel taps. Let's go, ladies. 20 seconds. Relax the shoulders. Keep going, push through. Supermans are coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Supermans coming up nice and safely. Let's go. Keep going, push through. I hate these just as much as you. Keep going. Oh. Bridge coming up. 3, 2, 1. Last exercise. Let's go. Breathe. Knees stay in line with hips. Three, 2, 1. Relax. 20 seconds, last round. We've got this. 13 seconds to go. Grab yourself a drink. Mountain climbers coming up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Keep going, push through. Keep that core engaged. Really have that body awareness of what your back is doing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back extensions. Last time we're doing these back extensions. Let's go. Relax the shoulders. 15 seconds, come on. 5, 3, 2, 1. Bird dog. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Relax those shoulders. Keep that back nice and flat. Head is in line with spine. Nice and controlled movement. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Reverse leg raise. Whew. Last time we do this. Let's go. Keep those hips nice and stable. Breathe through the stretch. The exercise, not stretch. 15 seconds. Heel taps coming up, or leg extensions. 5, 3, 2, 1. Safely come up. Let's go. Back stays nice and flat on that floor. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Superman's. Last time we're doing this wretched little exercise. Let's go. Make sure those feet stay in line with hips. Relax those shoulders. It can become quite tense through this. We're not working the shoulders. Keep the backs nice and long. Feel like you're extending through the arms. Bridge. Last exercise. And we're done. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Squeeze at the top. And lower. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. And we're done. Well done. You nailed it. Whew. I was sweaty, even though it wasn't crazy movements. Whew. That definitely worked me. Right, next up, we've got stretches. Okay, let's just roll through the shoulders. For this one, I want you to get a chair or something that's solid. Oh God. Wires and everything. Right, yeah, so we're going to be stretching through our hamstrings. I want you to do this sitting down, and we want to flex from the hips. So hinging from the hips, we don't want any lower back or rounding of the shoulders. We just want to flex through the hips. We want that hinging motion. Okay, so one leg comes out in front. Oh God, these are tight. Bring the arm to the toe. Keep that ankle nice and steady as well and in line with the knee. I'm going to hold this for about 30 more seconds. Keep that back nice and long. You can pull on the toe as well if you need to. If you can get down that far. And coming up, let's do the other leg. Roll the shoulders back and down. Oh my God, these are so tight. Ooh. Excuse the luddy stance right now. Breathe through that stretch. Slowly coming up. Let's do that stretch again on the other side. Remember, keep that back nice and long. So obviously with a bulging disc, you've just got to live your life, really, haven't you? You can't never flex forward, but it's just kind of flirting with that flexion. That's what we call it. So just try and get to a position where you can feel like, oh, okay, this is a good spot. You don't want to go any further because you know that could cause like a trigger for it to cause pain. So yeah, just get to a point where it's like, okay, this is all right. This is an okay kind of pain threshold. Let's release there. Okay, hip flexor stretch again. We're going to do what we did before. Get rid of that. So coming back onto the floor. Stretch through those hip flexors. We did this in the warm-up. So again, that back stays really nice and flat. Both arms come in the inside of the leg. Head in line with spine, keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Breathe through that stretch. Let's nice and gently swap legs. So this can cause some sort of rounding in the back. Really open that chest up and really feel that movement from here to here. This is neutral spine position. This is how you should sit. This is how you should move. This is how you should do all of the exercises with that nice long spine. Let's release. Let's do a quad stretch here. You can either do this one here or standing up. So knee comes in front. Pull that foot towards the bum and lean into that stretch. Keep the back nice and straight again. You can also try and tilt the pelvis a little bit forward, and that just puts a little bit more pressure on that stretch. Release. Slowly bring the other leg up. Do the same on the other leg. Release that leg. Let's do that one more time. We're going to do the hip flexors and then the quads. Release. Let's do the other side. Hip flexor stretch. Oh, I needed this as well. Release. Let's do the quad stretch. So coming up, bring that bum to your heel, heel to your bum. Keep those hips tracking forward as well. We don't want to be coming out to the side. We want those hips tracking nice and forward. Release. Let's do the other side. Breathe through that stretch, relax the shoulders, and release. Okay, standing up. We're going to put our arms up, and we're just going to extend the back and come up. Keep a nice bend in, so the knees aren't locked. Nice bend in that knee, keep them nice and soft. Slowly coming back up to that neutral spine position. We'll do 2 more of these. Relax. Okay, and also if you have a bulging disc to the side, you can get in a door frame and push towards the side that it bulges out. So we can either hitch to the side that it bulges out this way, or that way, depending on what side it bulges from. So do that stretch after this as well. I'm not going to do it just because I can't show you a door frame. But you hold on, you press into the wall, and then you hitch to the side and hitch to the other side. But only do it on the side which the disc bulges out. Don't do it on both sides, just the one side. Do that one, okay, and then we've got foam roller. So please be careful when doing this, because you do have to get into some weird positions for foam rollering. So please just be really mindful of the things that you know that will put your back out, basically. So with the quad foam roller, we are going to start at the knee. The other leg is supporting, and then we're going to just really slowly come up towards the hip, and then any places where you find that you've got a sore spot, we're going to stop and just really slowly go back and forward on that spot for 20 to 30 seconds, and then carry on. Whew, after 20, 30 seconds to find your next spot. My quads are in pieces. So we're going to spend about 3 minutes on each section. So 3 minutes on this quad, 3 minutes on the other quad. Obviously, don't follow me on this. You have your own aches and pains. And again, you can change position as well. So I just went from here to this position to get further into a different part of the muscle. Just make sure that I'm working across the whole of the quads and not just one section. And when you come up to the top, come up to just where you can feel just below the hip line. So you don't want to be rolling on the joint, you just want to be rolling just below it. And again, don't roll back and forwards, we just roll towards the heart. And then we can lightly roll back towards the knee to start again. One more minute here. And we can do the other side on the quads. Oh my God. Wow. If you feel really brave as well, on the tense spots, you can bring the leg towards the bum. But my God, does that hurt? Oh God. I can't handle pain. But it's really good for you, so I do. Right, let's swap legs. Let's do the other side. So again, really be mindful of your back. Move nice and slowly and get into a position that is comfortable. Starting from the knee, we will slowly roll up towards the heart. Stop in on any trigger points. And once you've come up to the top, come back to the bottom. Oh my God. Keep the shoulders relaxed as well. My knees hurt. So a little bit longer, a few more minutes on this side, and then we'll move on to the calves, and then the hamstrings, and then the glutes, and the back. So much to move on to. Oh God, that was good. So I'm going to move on to the hamstrings now. If you need to do a little bit more on the quads, then absolutely do that. So with the hamstrings, again, it's exactly the same concept. You can put your other leg across, but just be mindful that that's going to rotate your hips. So it might be good to just not do that for now. And foam roller, just up one leg with the other leg supporting. I can never feel it working with hamstrings, even though they're so tight. I need a spikier roller. Really support that back. It's a bit of a workout doing this alone as well. Whew. You can rock side to side as well. Please just be mindful of your back. Okay, let's do the other side. Obviously you can spend as much time on an area that you need to. I'm just moving on. Just so you've got a bit of a time frame to do it. But absolutely go at your own pace. Moving position as well, making sure you're working through the whole of that hamstring. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to move on to the calves. Again, you can put your other leg across to add a bit more pressure, but again, that can put a little bit of a tilt on your hips, so please just use one leg if tilting and putting that extra pressure on the other side puts any extra pressure on your back. Oh my God. Keep those shoulders relaxed as well. Oh, it's very easy to tense the shoulders when you're feeling pain. Oh my God. Those bad boys are tight. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. Oh. No wonder I've been feeling like shit. These bad boys are so tight. Oh my God. Nice slow movements. When you find that trigger point, stay there for 20 seconds. Also, rock backwards and forwards. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Working your way through the whole of that muscle as well, so changing position. muscle. You can also sit down with the quads as well. You don't have to raise your bum off the floor. Oh my goodness me. Okay, let's swap legs. Last of the quads, and then we're going to move on to some glutes. We're going to do these standing. We're going to find a wall and put the roller on the wall to do the bum. Oh, Jesus Christ. God, they're so tight. Really working into that muscle. Oh, yes. You can flex the foot as well. And release. Flex. And release. Oh my goodness me. It just gets worse the further I go up. Remember, we want to be on a pain threshold of about 7. Like, I can deal with this pain. It's not, well, it is a little bit crippling, but I'm working through it. This is how you've got to feel too. Oh. We know that this pain is helping. And once those muscles are released, that pain won't be there anymore. Oh. Which is why this is so good. Okay. Found my problem area. I'm going to work on those quads a bit more after this video. Next up, okay, so if you've got a ball, you can use the ball. If you don't have a ball, you can still use the foam roller. So, get yourself to a wall, and we're going to just position ourselves. It might be good for you to hold on to something here as well, and just work your way through those glutes. Just really lean into the wall and try to get into those muscles. Foam roller might be a little bit crap for this. This is why you should probably invest in a ball if you do have one. If you don't have one, sorry. I'll just put that foam roller right where you need to see me. So again, it's the same concept, but we can work our way through the whole of the glutes using the ball and leaning into that wall. You can get them at different hardnesses as well. I quite like using the medium. That one's a bit hard for me. Oh God, yeah. And just sit and put that pressure on where it hurts. I can't talk now. I get to a point in the videos where I'm just like, I'm tired. I need to not be like this. I won't be like this on my website, don't worry. This one's just for you, Jodies. Oh my God. The buttocks are tight. The buttocks are very tight. Oh, Jesus Christ the Lord. I could just do this for ages. But I am going to swap the bum now, so let's just move on to the other side. Pressing into those sore points. tissue, being very mindful of your back as well. Oh, yeah, there, it's there. Really lean into the wall. And think about relaxing that muscle, even though it's pain, we want to try and relax it. And once it's relaxed, that pain will go. You can slowly feel it, I can slowly feel it drifting away now. Okay, right. Last bit, we're going to move on to the spine. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I don't want you to crouch down too much, but just move with the ball as much as you can, and making sure that you're keeping that pelvis nice and stable. And we want to just try and, oh, it just feels so good. I've got so much tension in my body at the minute. We want to try and go round the scapulars, so round here, and also down the spine. So we want to be working up towards the heart, so here and here. Round these parts, it doesn't really matter too much because you've got lymph nodes round here and here that can drain all of the fluid. But we usually want to just drain the fluid towards the heart, but because that's in that region, it doesn't matter too much. And obviously we don't put the ball directly on our spine because that's just going to hurt. When we work the muscles either side, we put the ball either side. So let's just spend a few more minutes here. It probably would be good for you to hold on to something as well. So find something to hold on to which is stable. Oh God, this just feels fantastic. So much tension. Bring the ball back up as well, so you're not coming too far in that squat. Oh my God. That is painful. Really working to that muscle tissue. This might be quite tense for you because you've got a desk job. I've started doing my website, so I've got a desk job now too. And this is why it's painful. Oh my goodness me. Be mindful of the spine. Really work into those areas. And obviously, once you've seen the exercises that you can do with these balls and the foam roller, you don't have to really do this section with me. You can just do it on your own. But sometimes I feel like when you're doing it along with the video, you actually do it a bit more. So if you feel like you need that extra motivation to actually get it done, like to not start and then stop, then definitely use the video to do that. Swap sides. Please just go to a range of motion again, which is comfortable to you. Don't expect you to be rolling down the wall as dramatically as I am. Oh God, it just feels so good. These balls are just the best thing. Please get them if you haven't got one. I don't think you'd be watching the video this far if you haven't got one. Oh my God. You just don't need anyone else. You don't need a deep tissue masseuse when you've got one of these bad boys. Okay, I think I could do this forever. So I'm going to stop there, but please, by all means, carry on. I hope you enjoyed that, and just let me know how you get on with the workout. Sorry the video is quite long, but we're doing quite a few things in it. So that's good. Let me know how you get on, my lovely, and I shall see you soon. Bye.